as I continue to struggle and fail horribly. The worst world. This world alone is gonna be like 5 separate videos, like...
Yeah. Just stuck in the
It's like,
cave
oh, but you
world.
play so fast through it, psych, bitch, like...
It's opposite day.
Think again, this is gonna take me 3 years to get through. This world is bullshit.
I'll be saying that you a bitch.
He's already telling- oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
He's already telling me I suck. I hate this world.
You can do it.
Yeah, so hard. God damn it. It's been a while since I played this game. I'm just like all like, It's been a while since I picked up my Switch. I'm a little like, reaction time is very slow. Don't worry, it'll only get worse as we continue because I've only had Cheetos today. Feeling very nutritious and delicious today. Ah! God damn it.
Hey, I can't do it. I gotta get the phone.
I gotta get all of them to unlock the secret special level. If I put on my glasses, I'll play better. God damn it.
Oh, well.
If I think about putting my glasses on, I'll play better. I'm gonna run out of lives just on this one alone and then have to buy more lives. It's like the second stage in the world too. It's supposed to be easy. God fucking damn it. Damn it!
So close.
Like if I reached the barrel, I would have been fine.
When you try to save yourself in ridiculous ways.
Oh my god, and then it's like, oh, but if you pulled that off though, that would have been sick as fuck. Shut the fuck up.
Moving the camera and timing it.
It's like you gotta like press A to get out of like the cannon barrel, and it's like, you're fucking joking. This would be like the hardest fucking game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think Donkey Kong is like the more extreme platformer compared to Mario.
Oh yeah, definitely. Mario got shit on Donkey Kong. Yay! Hooray! Finally made it. Time to fuck it up in some other spectacularly dumbass way. Oh my god, a checkpoint! That I'd never seen a day. God damn it. I was so worried about letting go too late. I was just like, oh. I'm crying.
You can do it.
How's that happening? If the fucking like piece is over there, god damn it.
Well.
Just fall. Just kill yourself, Donkey Kong, you're nothing to me.
What happened?
I have poor reaction time, that's what happened. Oh my god, I like almost let go too soon. I did let go of the button actually, I just like pressed it again really quick, like
Maybe I can cheese it.
watch Donkey Kong like let go and then just like
You gotta get ready to Kong. Nope, you weren't ready to Kong.
I gotta jump on the fucking enemy to get over there. What's the point of even having Diddy for this level? He does nothing for me.
I don't know. In case you get hit, I guess.
If I get hit, it's just automatic death, to be honest, like...
I mean by the enemies. There he was, his whole purpose.
Oh my gosh.
Bruh, if you missed that.
I think the first time I played this, like, yeah! I think the first time I played this, I actually missed it and I just like died inside. Oh god,
You Donkey Konged.
I was already so nervous playing that, I was just like, like, for the love of Christ, do not fucking fail, like,
I can't believe you're back, Donkey! Bitch, get back over here. I'm gonna die any day.
I'm gonna die pretty soon, you damn kids nowadays don't give shit about the elderly.
Kids in your grams of
Bombs away.
That guy makes you walk the long way around.
Cause I was like, I'm pretty sure this is stage 4, but it like it's closer by, so it'd make more sense if it was 3, but it wasn't.
He's like, fuck you for not staying long.
No, yeah, I gotta blow out the lantern. Oh, yes.
Banana. You didn't blow out the lantern.
I did!
No, inside.
Oh, there's a lantern in here.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, a coin.
Oh boy, money!
Donkey Kong has unlocked the ability to hold on to the fucking cart.
Oh.
God damn it.
Oh. Dude, like, I'm amazed that he can even, like, launch himself, to be honest. Like...
I mean, man's got, like, such arm strength to just, like, while holding the cart, like...
I want arm strength like that. Just lift myself like nothing. Like, ugh!
Oh, thank you, whoever put that sign. God damn it.
Thank goodness they put that sign, does not go down.
I'm gonna make so much money here.
Money.
Money.
Instead of banana, it's like monano.
It's Mr. Krabs being like, money.
Money. Got this.
I held down.
It touched your Jimmy Neutron S hair.
I held down. I gotta start playing with the controller at this rate.
Y'all just passed each other in the night. You gave yourself a little on the way out.
This is gonna be a long world.
No, it's not. It's gonna work out.
We're gonna do it together and it's gonna be great. God damn it.
Oh, he's calling you a loser.
Already?
Like, seems like you're struggling. Like, what kind of bitch-ass move I just saw?
No brain cells, head empty.
There's something really funny about just seeing the whole minecart just destroy.
Yeah, combust into flames, like.
This is like, wow.
Donkey Kong crashes and like literally fucking dies. Like, there's explosives in here too, I guess. Like. This reminds me of like the field trip that like I was supposed to go on in like 5th grade, where like they were like, oh, it's like a minecart ride, because like we were literally going to the mines. I'm never gonna get that letter. What the fuck?
So focused on the story, forgot about the O.
Oh my god, the like perfect timing, but like with the slight like delay to not kill myself and like also at the same time get it, like.
Excuse me, a true gamer can do it. Come on, you can do it.
Like, it was like, oh, like you're going to the mines and like, you know, learn about like the coal mines and stuff, and like, and then like by the end of it, you're gonna like be able to like ride in a minecart and stuff, and they're like, oh, it's like super fun. You know, it's like a roller coaster. When I heard that shit, I was like, hell no, like. And then like mom like signed like my permission slip and stuff, and then like when they like said that afterwards, I was like, please, I want to go to school. They're gonna make me go because my permission slip is signed, but like I really don't want to fucking go. Like, she was just like, oh my god, and like I just like just stayed home. But then like my like friend was like mad at me for not.
Your friend's like, you abandoned me.
Oh yeah, because I was like, oh, you gotta like come to school that day and stuff, because like I really don't want to go by myself, because like I didn't know if like mom was gonna like let me stay home. And it's like I'm literally gonna like die because I like hate roller coasters. And
yeah.
And she was very upset at me that like she actually went like for me, but then I didn't end up going, and I was like, sorry, like.
Traitor.
Yeah.
Never putting my faith in you ever again. Literally would be me as a friend being like, fuck you, never trusting you. You're my new enemy.
It's because they were like trying to make it seem like fun, being like, oh my god, doesn't that sound fun, kitties? It's like a roller coaster ride, but without any of the safety, because you're just kind of just like in a minecart.
I'm pretty sure that there is safety. It's just that they're just like, real. Like, I don't think they're gonna move it fast enough for you to like topple over or something.
And not because like they were talking about how like it does go like pretty fast and stuff.
It's like you will become slush with how fast it moves.
Yeah, cause like they straight up just like push you on like on the rails and stuff, and like, you know, you just kind of go. There's no like brakes or anything, and I was just like, ah. Yeah, and I like when I heard that shit, I was like, that sounds horrible. And then like I like asked my friend about it afterwards. So I was like, was it fast? And she was like, oh yeah, like you straight up just like, you just kind of like sat in a minecart like all like squished together with like 5 other kids and like just kind of
5 other kids.
Yeah, it's like you were just all like, just kind of like squished into like a minecart together, like.
How? I'm so curious of how big this minecart was, but you didn't go, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, she was just telling me about it, and like. And she's like, yeah, like it pretty much did feel like a roller coaster ride, and I was like, thank God I didn't go, because I would have like actually just been crying.
Because we're like, ah. Good Christ.
Well, like roller coaster ride, but without like the straps or like the overhead, like shoulder thingy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it was like that sounds fucking awful. And like even she was talking, because like she likes going on some roller coasters, but she was like, yeah, it was kind of scary actually. I was like, but you know, all the other kids were like, wow, like.
Back when I was a young lass, fucking my think it must have been kindergarten. It's either kindergarten or first grade. No, it was first grade. They like, I always love when they take you to like the pumpkin patch for like Halloween.
That was my favorite field trip.
It's like, yay, we're gonna do that. But like this one pumpkin patch we had, because they'd like, they knew that like the kids would come every year. They had made this like Halloween funhouse sort of thing.
Oh,
So it's like a little fucking, yeah.
I remember you were telling me
And it's just like, ooh, spooky and shit. But like, well, we're all going through it and shit, and I got separated. And fucking, I damn near shat myself because I was like lost in the thing because it was like super dark. And I'm just like, first off, why do you make like a little fucking Halloween funhouse? Because you know that there's like these kids that are gonna be like coming.
But like small
But, like,
children, it's like you're
It's
really
literally
like,
pitch black dark in there.
Yeah, like.
So yeah, like I like flipped out, because I got separated, and it was kind of insane because like I was like already scared because I had no idea where anyone went because I had got separated by the group, and like I remember it vividly because of the fact that it was like my first grade's teacher's husband, who was like coming to chaperone. She told him to go get me, and like. The general census is if you're gonna go back in to grab a kid, you should not go behind them.
Yeah, and just
unfortunately,
grab
this
them,
teacher
like...
went behind me, and I fucking freaked out and ran out of the fucking thing.
You know, I'd be like shitting myself soon. I'd be like, it's dark.
Like you're just doing this to like someone who's like probably 6 or 7 years old. They're like, oh my god.
It's like no like buddy system in place or anything. Like.
No, because it was that thing where it was like, you know how like, you have like, because of the area that we grew up in, it was like predominantly Jew. It's just like most people who were like very religious didn't really have their kids go because they didn't celebrate Halloween.
No, so it's like there wasn't.
So it was like, it wasn't like a really big set of kids that were there. So it was just kind of like, you know.
Like, just stay together, kiddies, like.
Yeah, it was like stay together, but like we had no idea how big the house actually was. Because like, you know, when you're a kid, like everything's freaking ginormous.
Yeah, everything like feels like way bigger and stuff.
But like, yeah, no, and like in that situation, it was just kind of like, I was like, oh my god, I'm dying. I'm never gonna get out of here. Like just being very panicked as like a kid. And then fucking the husband comes up and grabs me from behind, and I scream and run out of the freaking building.
Oh my god.
Oh god, I remember too, he was just like, I was like, oh my god. It's like I literally lost them again once I tried to grab them. And I'm like, why would you try to grab a kid from behind? You should have been like, hey, so-and-so, where are you?
Exactly, like, it's just weird.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, because like, it was so funny too, because like the farmer was like, it's like, oh, there's not like, there's no actual people there that are gonna be there to scare you.
It was just supposed to be like a little thing for like kids, like.
Yeah, it was just supposed to be like a little thing. It's like, oh, you know, they made like these little things for the kids to like be like, ooh, yeah. But yeah, no, fucking, he did that shit to me, and I was like, oh.
I think they would just come out disappointed as hell, like that. Like there was no one there to like scare them or anything.
I think with how pitch black dark it was, I don't think any kid would have been like, especially in the first grade, being like, oh, there's no scary. Because you're already afraid of the dark, and like you're seeing all these like weird, like not animatronics, but weird like cutouts of like monsters. So it's like, you know, back then when it was simpler times. Not like nowadays where people have these like hyper realistic like human animatronics to scare the ever-luring crap out of you.
God damn it.
Yeah, you missed the end. And I always think back to that every once in a while. Like me remembering how fucking like mortified. I also couldn't get over the fact that like my teacher, like her last name, because like the last name is always like a first name because it was Stella. And like just the idea that her husband was named Mr. Stella always fucking threw me for a loop.
It's like when you're a kid and you're like, yeah, that's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, when you're a kid and you don't know any better because you usually know that those names are usually associated with women. So like, yeah, it was like really funny, hilarious, like just being like, ah yes, Mrs. Stella and Mr. Stella.
Was the teacher blonde?
Huh?
Was she blonde?
No, she was a brunette. She was like a very light brunette.
Yeah, because I was like thinking about like the other teachers over there, where it's like it was like the like one blonde woman who would like I don't know if it was supposed to be like a teacher-aide situation and stuff, but like I knew they were married, like they were like together and stuff. But like they just like they were like teaching together, and I was like, who allowed this?
You'd be surprised when it's like a smaller community. They kind of like
a small
don't.
school, like.
They don't particularly try to like gatekeep if you're like husband. As long as you're not causing drama in the school, they don't care.
Yeah, no, like they were always like fun. Like I like those teachers and stuff,
Yeah.
but like.
No, I
remember
it was
like
my,
the one like blonde teacher, and like her husband was like super muscly.
Super muscly. Was
well,
he?
like,
Wait,
like,
was he bald?
Like he was like fit. But I remember like the one time like the kids like asked him to like flex his muscles, and like he did, and like there was like the veins popping out and everything, and then we were like, whoa.
Oh my god. I don't know what kind of teacher that was, because like freaking the guy that was like the guy that was like with my first grade teacher, he was like, I just remember he was like a bald guy, and he was like very round. He wasn't like, he was like pretty moderate man shape.
No, I also remember him specifically because like it was like the same day that like the kids asked him like show like his muscles and stuff like that. That like he also like called me by your name to like get up for like attendance, and I was like,
No, I had a lot of teachers that I got along with back in that elementary school. It was just that one teacher that I didn't like. That didn't like me either. No, I always think back to like my elementary school days, because like it's always like those things about like your most formative years. You always want to believe that like when you're younger, especially when like you don't have like the best kind of living situation, you always want to like have people who care about you. And like it's so wild when like, because I know a lot of teachers like to be like, it's not my responsibility to like you know, teach your kids or do certain things with your kids that a parent should be doing. But like, to those teachers who do go above and beyond, it really does make a difference to like people who have like a lot of hard lives. Because like, you could have easily just been like, fuck you, I don't give a fuck, you're not my kid.
oh yeah.
But like,
that's most teachers,
instead,
to be honest.
yeah.
Oh
But instead you decided to not be like that, and like, it does help kids, especially like if they're going through a lot of shit. It does help kids a lot, and like you know, it's kind of like
the one post I saw where it was like, it's so annoying when it's like you get in trouble for like attendance, like, or not like showing up late to school.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like you would get detention and stuff, and they like be punishing you for it and shit, like, and it's like, I get it, you're trying to teach the kid that like when they have a job and stuff, they can't just show up whenever they want to the job. The problem is that, you know, we're like literal children, and like it's like up to like the parents who are like taking us to school and shit. It's like, you know, like it's not like the same world that like they grew up in and stuff, like. It's like most of these kids are gonna be like driven to school or like be taken to school by their parents and stuff, like
yeah,
like,
and
like these like small children like aren't like walking to school by themselves anymore, and it's like these kids are like getting punished for like the bus being late too, like the school appointed bus, like
yeah, it just kind of ends up teaching kids at a really young age that the world is unfair.
Exactly, and it's so stupid because it's like the poster was like talking about where it's like, oh, like I remember like being in detention and stuff, and it's like, oh, like write what you're gonna do like better next time to like not be late, and it's like, I'm gonna wait for my dad faster, and it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like, well, like it's literally out of your control. You can't do anything about it. You're a small child, and you telling your parents to hurry up when they already like don't really like if they're not making an effort to like be on time and stuff, they clearly not like do not give a shit at like anything you have to say at that age.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know, it's like so fucking stupid because I'm like what are these teachers like genuinely expecting you to do? Like it's like when like they had like the DARE program at school, and it's like, oh, remember kids, if you see like your parents like smoking or like drinking like driving or something like that, just tell them to stop. And it's like, genuinely, how the fuck do you think that's gonna go? I'm so curious, like
there's like a high likelihood that parents that are like that are also like abusive on top of it, so it's just like,
it's like, don't tell your like kids to do that, like it's horrible actually.
Yeah, like don't tell. Oh my god.
Don't pull that shit out of his ass, like.
No, I especially at a young age, I always despise how much like they try to like
like how unfair like the school system is and like the like
well, it's not even just the school
on
system, just the sheer idea that you're trying to like tell a child that
it's their fault.
They have
like,
control.
Yeah.
They have control in their world. You have to be like realistic. Most kids don't have a healthy life, like a healthy family life. They don't have a say in anything that happens in their life, and you also don't know what kind of life they're living. So like when you start fucking at a young age,
being like it's your fault,
you know,
for being
telling
like
these
this.
kids that like they like. Yes, it's good to teach a kid that they have control over their situation, but you have to be realistic about that. You can't just tell them, oh yeah, you have control over your situation no matter what. Like, no, you have to like be able to be like, oh, you're a kid, you can't do this, like, it's fine. You have to teach kids that things are out of their control, and that's okay.
Yeah, but it's like that should always piss me off, because I'm like, you're like making these kids think that it's like their fault, when like it's like completely out of their control because like, you know, like they are dependent on another person. And it's like what do you like, how do you think that's gonna affect them when they grow up? Like they're just like it's like if they're in a relationship or something and like, you know, like bad shit is happening, like their like partner's abusive or some shit like that, they're just gonna start thinking it's their fucking fault. Like,
yeah, and that's kind of the thing. It's just that a lot of people don't seem to realize that like all of these things start to like negatively impact like all of the mental issues that like we see in society right now, especially like seeing kids, like not even kids, seeing grown-ass adults be hyper independent, revert back to a lot of kiddish behavior and stuff. Like there's nothing wrong with like doing things that are kiddie. Like, you know, if it makes you happy, it makes you happy. You should allow people to be happy. But if you're like, why is everyone like out for themselves and not helping each other? Because you made the world like that for them.
Exactly. It's like you taught them that that's how they're supposed to be. Like it like they only have like themselves to like fend for and stuff. Like
because like the problem is it goes back to the whole fucking people wishing that they had another place. Because like it goes back to like how people are like, you only go to work and then you go home and then like you don't have like a third place to go to.
Yeah.
Well, like for those kids, that third place is school. Like they go home, the commute, and then school, and then it's just like, you know, it's also that shit where it's like homework, for example, because like, you know, the whole point of school is for you to like experience working. Well, homework makes me learn that I have to take work home with me.
Yeah.
And it's just like. That's not a behavior you want to instill. Like that's why everyone has these terrible work-life balances, terrible everything, because you've been conditioned at a young age to think that this behavior is okay.
When it's like, yeah, it like definitely shouldn't be like.
Yeah, like freaking. I like how you're like all these bats were just like I was sleeping and then you came and ruined my day. But like no, that's always been like the major thing that's pisses me off because like a lot of things and it goes back to like the older you get, the more you realize things, and like that was kind of like my realization like the older I got, that I'm just like, oh, all the problems that I see and most people have stemmed from exactly this, like
yeah, like them like learning like
you have failed.
Them like learning like these like stupid like behaviors and stuff like at an early age because like everyone told them that like this is how it's gonna be, like for some fucking reason, when it's like they don't even follow the same rules, so it's just like
yeah. And it's just sad. Like
it's like the shit with like school too, where it's like these teachers get pissed off that like these kids are like trying to socialize at school and stuff because like this is their only point to socialize. They'd be like, do that outside of school, but like, especially nowadays, there's nowhere for these kids to go. Like, there is no like, other place for them to like go socialize. Like,
I think schools, especially, like I know the whole possible defunding of the Department of Education, but I think schools should really just have a period where they just let the kids socialize. Like
it's like I know like when like kids are younger, like that's what like recess is for. But like
yeah, no, but like honestly, they should just have like a specific period in the class, like where you just let them socialize, because that's gonna be that's gonna help them learn. There's a time and a place for me to be like this.
Yeah.
Like
it's like
if
I
can
gotta
make
like wait till like, you know, like a certain point and stuff like that. Like this is why like some teachers get like more frustrated with like high schoolers and stuff like that. like, you're not giving them, like, any period to, like, socialize and stuff. It's like, at least in, like, elementary school and stuff, you, like, tell the kid, like, you, like, tell the kid, like, oh, like, just wait till recess to, like, you know, do stupid shit with your friends and stuff like that, and, like, some of them will just get that. But, like, by the time you're in high school and stuff, and, you don't have, like, a recess period or anything, and, like, not every student is gonna have, like, study hall or something like that, where, like, they expect you to be, like, quiet during study hall anyway, because they're like, this is, like, is your study period, like, this is really for you to, like, get, like, extra work in and stuff, but, like, no one's doing that shit, like,
yeah, no, because I remember when I was in study hall, especially, like, in high school, like, I wasn't, like, a very social kid, because I didn't like a lot of the kids I was hanging around with, but, like, it is that thing where it's just like, you can't sit here and be like, oh, you should be doing homework. Okay, but if I have no homework, what else do I do? Like, it goes back to the whole, you have to allow people
it also,
to
like,
have...
doesn't really, like, even if you have a period like that, like, in, like, high school, it doesn't really, like, work the same, because, like, these, like, you're not giving these kids any reason, like, want to talk to each other. It's not like in elementary school where it's, like, you're all, like, playing a game and stuff like that. They're looking for more people to, like, play their game, like, on, like, the playground or whatever. Like, you know, like, they get, like, the whole class involved and stuff, and it's like, you know, you're more likely to, like, just, like, play with, like, these random-ass kids and stuff.
Yeah.
But by the time high school hits and stuff, it's like these kids, like, only want to be, like, in, like, their circles or, like, their cliques.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're not giving them, like, any, like, reason or, like, incentive to, like, want to talk to other people, so it's like, even if you have, like, a period like that, they just, like, you know, like, won't really be, like, interested in, like, talking to each other. Like, because there was, like, a lot of times where, like, in, like, high school where, like, the teachers would just be like, just do whatever, like, I don't care, like, as long as you're quiet. And, like, you know, like, some of the kids would be talking to each other, but it's like, they didn't really, like, talk much. Like, they just talked to, like, the one friend that they had in the class, and if they didn't know anyone else, they just wouldn't talk to each other then. They would just be on their phones the entire class.
that was pretty much me, like, when I was younger. When we had study hall, a lot of the times what I would do, I would just, like, I would just, like, sit down and draw in, like, the corner, because it was just, like, I didn't have a group of people that I talked to, so I would just, like, you know, sometimes I'd socialize, especially when, like, when you have the teacher starting to be fucking weird as shit about things, like the crazy tales that you would get.
When I was in school, I didn't have study hall for, like, all 3 years of high school, and then when I, like, got to, like, senior year, like, the guidance counselor was literally, like, because, like, they, like, that school was a disaster. Like, there was, like, so many problems with, like, schedules and stuff, and, like...
Yeah,
you know, and, like, when I, like, didn't get one of the classes that I picked out, because I had a hole in my schedule, like, the guidance counselor was just like, you've never had a study hall before? And, like, even when I told other kids that, like, even my teachers, like, they would be like, oh, like, you missed a test, just come take it during your study hall, and I'd be like, I don't have a study hall. And they're like, what? Like, you don't have a study hall and stuff? Because all these kids would be, like, fighting each other, like, make sure they had a study hall on their schedule, because, like, they just wanted a period to, like, be on their phones.
That's like when I graduated from high school, I was supposed to have 2 language classes, and I never had any language classes. And, like, I remember because I was in my senior year, and I was, like, bawling my eyes out at the counselor, because I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be allowed to graduate. And, like, the counselor literally looked at me dead in the eye, and she's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. It's like, what?
Not that deep, like... Yeah, no, and,
that
like...
was a fucking craze.
So, like, when I, like, went to, like, fix, like, the hole in my schedule that I had, along with the massive line of kids outside the guidance counselor office, because everyone's
I always missed that. That school was a disaster.
Oh my
like,
god,
even after it got changed over when you were telling me about it, I was like, dude, how the fuck is there a line of kids outside the guidance counselor having to fix every schedule?
It was for
it's
every
one thing
period,
if it's like,
because everyone's schedule was fucked, like...
Yeah, like, it's one thing for it to be like, you know, you get like 10 or 20 kids out of like 3,000 kids that like need to get their fucking thing. What the fuck do you mean there's like 150 kids outside?
Like... And there was like, I think they said there was like 30,000 kids at that school by the time. Like by the time I was graduating and stuff, there's probably like 5,000 there now.
It's like 5 million.
But like literally like, I had like this hole in my schedule that needed fixing, and like, you know, the guidance counselor just being like, oh my gosh, like you've never had a study hall before? Like, that's crazy. And I was just like, I mean, like, yeah, I guess whatever and stuff. Like, I didn't even know that, like, the old high school that we were at even had study hall. Like, I straight up just didn't even know that, like, study hall is an option. And she was just like, oh, well, instead of giving you, like, the, like, class that you wanted, we're just gonna give you a study hall then. And I was like, whatever, I don't care.
Oh my god.
And I ended up being really lucky that she, like, did that for me because, my god, my, like psychology teacher, which I didn't have until, like, the last period of the day, she gave so much work. Like,
oh my god.
And, like, it wasn't like, oh, like, work to, like, do in class and stuff like that. It's, we would be doing something in class, and then she'd specifically give us, like, more work to, like, do outside of class. Like, she literally, like, made us do, like, these, like, fucking... Oh my god!
You can do it.
It, like, she literally gave us, like, these, like... Instead of, like, having, like, you know, like, the normal teacher shit, where it's, like, oh, you gotta, like... I'm gonna run out of lives! Instead of having the normal teacher shit where she's like, just find the definition of the word in the book and then like write down the definition of the word for like, you know, like the vocabulary words for like the test.
Yeah.
She made us make a whole fucking crossword with the words.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, like we actually had to like write out all the words on like graph paper, you know, like each letter in the box and stuff, and like make like a crossword like for like the words and their definitions, and we had to make it look nice too, because if it didn't look nice, she'd like take off points. Yeah, I know, and it's like you like basically had to have like the, and like it was like a lot of words too, like I think like the one chapter she gave us like fucking like 50 words that we had to like find the definitions for, and then like sit here with like the fucking graph paper and like do like the whole crossword and stuff, and like God forbid you ran out of room on the graph paper because then you had like staple them together to like make like the crossword make sense.
My god.
And like it was stupid because it's like, oh, you had to make the crossword in such a way that like all the words had to be like touching each other, like so it's like, you know, like you had to have like, you had to take like the A from like this other word, and then like if it was like the first letter of like the next word, you had to like put it next to there and stuff and like use it like you know, that shit like a crossword. And my god, I hated doing this shit because it took up just so much time, and I was like so lucky that like even for like my first period class, I had an art class, so like I like just like, since it was like also like first period, the teacher like took like hella long to like start. Yeah. And if you got there early, you're just kind of just sat there in class. But like, so like I would be doing my work during that class, and then I would be doing it again during study hall, and then I would be like last minute finishing it by the time I like got to her class, like during like last period. It's like sometimes I literally had to like spend like my lunch period doing it too, because like that's how long it fucking took for like me to do it, and I like absolutely refused to do it at home. So I would just be sacrificing like my lunch period for like doing that shit instead. Yeah, and it's like, and like I didn't mind that class. Like it was an interesting class. It was a fun class. And, like, you know, like the teacher was kind of a bitch, but like she knew she was a bitch.
Yeah.
So like, I literally like, I didn't mind the class that much, but like fucking hell, like there was just like so much work that she would give us, and she would like give us like these like crosswords to do like every single chapter, and we would be like skipping through like most of the chapters anyway. So like.
It's like the fastest speed run into getting a crossword puzzle.
Yeah, no, it's like these kids would just be like, I would like see like I would know if like some other kid had her class because I'd be seeing them do like the crossword in like a different class.
It's like, hey, share.
It's like, oh, you got that psychology teacher too, huh? And it's like, yeah.
The psychology of crossword puzzles at this rate.
Oh my god, it's like you had to use like the book definition of like the words. So it would take more time because you were like looking for like the definition of these words like in the book.
God damn.
Thank fucking god! I was so close to running out of lives! gosh. It's funny because like when I dropped out of like senior year, like halfway through, I like thought that teacher didn't like me because she would always like yell at me and my friend for like kind of talking in class. And then when I like dropped out to like switch to online school, she like asked my friend like, oh, like where is she and stuff, and my friend was like, oh, she's in online school, and she was like, oh, and was like actually upset, and I was like, what?
Like, no, you've missed out. You've done them out of order.
No! Disaster, gotta replay the whole game now to play them correctly.
It deletes file, does it all the way over again.
Just gonna stack up that last because I'm so bad at the game.
I enjoy the disaster on my ears, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, just do it a couple more times, you know, just to really get in the mood. Time to waste all these lives! Whee!
Just like the fast version of this song.
Yes!
I want to know if there's a nerd out there who can, like, explain the most efficient way to do those puzzles. He'll be like, yeah, if you just do this, and it's like...
kid. Like...
the one Nintendo nerd from Japan who's like, hell yeah, I know exactly how you do it.
What?
I think I've seen, like, a handful of, like, games where I've gotten so angry that I couldn't figure out how to, like, do something efficiently enough to get, like, the fastest time. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go see if there's a guide for it. And then I find like this one like over-the-top guide with arrows and over-explanations for things, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
I think it's so funny when like look up a guide. And you're like, alright, time to see how like this person does it, and like it's like I swear to God, it's like you blink and like
oh yeah.
It's like they're already done it. And I'm like, oh, do I suck at the game? Like, because like they're just like on a different level.
It's like this person is God. I don't know how they did that.
My depth perception is just gotten like so ass like the other guy, and like
I don't even know if it's age anymore. I feel like I've gone insane because I feel like my depth perception isn't bad, and then I'll be playing some games and I was like something must have gone wrong.
Cause then I'm like neither it's like I'm getting older and I'm just getting worse at games, or they just ain't make the games like they used to, like genuinely.
Yeah.
Fuck you, bitch. Oh! They try to fucking kill me!
He's like,
bitch!
Fucking die!
Fuck up! I like barely tap the button so that I like go high enough to like, you know, not hit the rocks, but then Donkey Kong just launches into the ceiling! Did you see that? Did you see that shit happen?
I saw nothing.
God damn it. It's like when you do like the coolest shit ever. It's like that one Thomas Sanders line where he like throws like the paper ball into the trash can from like far away, and he's like, oh my God, did anyone see that shit? Like, how is no one freaking out right now? Like, it's always when no one's looking.
And I was like, let me look away, maybe it'll help you.
I like that if you get close to the water, it actually, like, reacts. I'm gonna get you. Hey. Stop, bitch.
Wow. Oh, it seems like rage quitting might be the way.
I like missed the yell, so it's just like.
Starts squeaking out like crazy.
As you can see how much I'm just like just vibrating in my chair whenever I play this game. I'm just like. A nice, cool, calm level. No stress going on at all. Sick jazz music.
Like, no stress going on at all.
Oh my god, I swear to God. Yippee!
I would have lost my shit if you somehow missed that. It would have been like, it was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Skill unmatched. I'm so bad at games. Yay! First miserable part done. He smacketh me.
He smacketh you so gently and you exploded.
And I flew into his pickaxe slightly and didn't even actually, like, pickaxe me. Bitch. I hope you motherfuckers can't swim.
I mean, I would assume underground creatures wouldn't be able to swim. That could just be me,
they could ride the train on the loop-de-loop though, like.
It was like,
look at that
it was
shit,
like that thing. That kind of reminded me of that thing with sloths. How they move so slow, but they could swim really fast in water, and you're just like, what the fuck?
It's like how most people don't know that, like, moose can, like, very much swim in water. Hold their breath for disgustingly long. Don't fuck with moose.
See, I always hear about like all these other animals that have like skills beyond my years, and I'm like, I feel like I've been nerfed by becoming a human.
Humans evolve the worst. Every time we evolve, we just lose more. Actually, we don't get better at anything.
It's like whenever you think about human babies and how like they have to be like born and then taught how to live and all this other stuff. But meanwhile, like every other animal, they're just born ready to run off.
I mean, like, to be fair, I think like the recent years they have like been saying that like babies born now have been like able to like, you know, start walking and talking faster.
Oh yeah, no, completely. Like I always think back to like when I was younger and how like every kid under the sun took forever to do everything.
Now it's like they expect your kid to be doing that within like the first year.
Yeah, no, completely. It's kind of weird because I feel like in expecting that, I feel like it's increased the speed in which certain doctors start labeling your kid as having autism.
Yeah, because then they're like, oh, your kid's not like doing this thing all the other kids in like their age bracket is doing, and it's like.
Yeah, I'm just like, dude, like it's not that serious. Every kid, like some kids are late bloomers, and that's fine.
Exactly, like some kids are just like not gonna get it like immediately. That doesn't mean like something's
like,
like, wrong with them.
Like I kind of going back to the whole having expectations for things. I feel like people should stop having expectations for their kids. Like, they're kids. It's their first time learning everything. Like, I'm not gonna expect the kid to come out of the womb knowing how to do taxes. Like, it's okay.
God damn it.
Like, I feel like if you're having too many expectations for a child, especially when they've just been born, I feel like you've already failed.
That just ends up making like the parent just like end up more crazy anyway. It's like they had like all these expectations for their child, and it's like.
Yeah, like there's a difference between being concerned, like, you know, if you realize your kid is immune to pain or something, like, yes, be aware that your kid there should be some level of expectation that they want to like not die.
No, yeah.
But like, no, if it's like, you know, your kid is taking too long to learn how to speak, or like they take too long to learn how to walk, like, don't worry, as long as they get there. Like, the only time you gotta worry if it's like if your child is like genuinely like in pain while doing those things.
Yeah.
Like if your child is like born and like they can't walk because there's like something legitimately wrong with their spine, then you should be like, okay, now I gotta worry.
It's like you should just like you should like you should just be patient with your child. It's like they don't know that they're supposed to be like learning shit by like a certain age either. Like they're a baby.
Yeah,
like,
no, like.
So you can't really expect much from them.
I feel like there's too much expectations with everything in life.
Especially
I'm just like,
nowadays, because like these kids are growing up just to realize, oh my god, the world is fucked, and like just giving up immediately afterwards. Like,
like the people who won't have kids because of the fact that they see that the world is fucked, and I'm like, I genuinely do not blame them.
Yeah, because it really is. It's like, yeah, they're kind of right. Like,
yeah, like I forget who it was, but I remember someone very vividly telling me that like it feels selfish to like have a kid right now, and I'm just like, I don't even know if it's selfish, but I do feel like it is unfair to have a child.
I kind of think it is, like, to be honest.
And like, if you want a kid that bad, like my mindset is, if you want a kid that bad, just adopt, because like at least they're already here.
Yeah, instead of like going through like the whole like pain and stuff of having a child, especially with like, you know.
Yeah.
The way like that, like,
yeah.
like they're treating like women with pregnancies right now and stuff, but like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my my loaded opinion when it comes to like adopting kids. I feel like you should have that same mindset when you adopt a kid, the same you would if you had one, like naturally. Cause like at the end of the day, like I always find it weird when people are like, oh, like you can't have a. Like, oh, having an adopted child isn't the same as having a child. I'm like, it is literally the exact same. It just, cause like...
It's like you wanted to care for something, didn't you? Or like...
Yeah, like, it's just like, you know, if you want to have a kid and take care of them, just adopt. Like, if you're that worried about the world, then adopt the kid that's already here. Cause like, they're already worried too.
It's like I'm assuming you want to become a parent because, you know, you want to like... help this child like learn and grow, and it's like the very fucking end.
Yeah. The whole time you were right there.
Like I don't know. I think it's wild whenever people be like, it's not the same, and I'm like, yeah, I'll never know what that's like because I ain't never fucking having kids, but like,
I just don't understand the mindset of it's not the same. I'm like, technically every single baby you ever have, like, whoever the man is, that kid is never gonna be 100% you anyway, so why does it matter?
And half the time they get switched at the hospital anyway, so like, you're just
yeah,
like yeah, it's like, it's probably not even really your kid anyway, so like, I don't know, I think like it's just weird to be acting like this, like...
Yeah, like, I'm just like, it's perfectly fine to, like, adopt a child and, like, you know, give them a home and an opportunity at life.
Exactly, because, like, isn't that what you wanted? Like, you know, like...
Yeah, like, you wanted to raise something so badly, so I'm just like, I don't understand, just do it.
Like, to me, it sounds like the same shit, like... But, like, you know, like, that's just my opinion, like, I know. I don't know, like the people who, like... I'm like, there's, like, so many, like, problems and, like, things that could go wrong, like, during childbirth. And, like, it is just such, like, a, like, horrific and painful process that I'm just, like... Why would you, like, you know... willingly put yourself through all that when it's like you could just adopt a child and, like, you know, you still get, like, the same satisfaction of, like, raising a child.
People just want to have, like, a closeness with the kid, and like that might be why, but I'm like, you also develop closeness the same way. Like, technically speaking, your husband or whoever you're with, like, you're having a closeness with them that, like, they're not biologically yours.
Exactly.
It's kind of the same concept.
Close with them anyway, like...
Yeah, like, it's just like, I just don't get it. It's like there are some people, especially people who have, like,
Gonna be here for years.
There's, like, people who have, like, postpartum depression, for example. Like, they have a kid and they just hate the child. Like,
exactly, so it's like, you don't know, like, that could happen to you too, and it's just like...
Yeah.
I don't know, like, there's just there's like a lot of factors on, like, me thinking, like, the whole, like, just, like, specifically wanting to give childbirth specifically is just, like, a whole, like, it's like, it's kind of stupid, like...
I feel like sometimes whenever people, like, over rely on, like, the concept of childbirth, I always wonder if there's, like, some sort of, like, eugenics attached to it.
Maybe.
Because it feels like a very...
It's like, I need to, like, keep reproducing and stuff, but, like, you definitely shouldn't be because there's already, like, the planet is, like, already overpopulated. It's like...
About the planet being overpopulated. I feel like, I genuinely, like... I don't think that the planet is overpopulated, but maybe that's just me. I genuinely think that what the issue isn't overpopulation, it's management.
Oh yeah.
It's like we have enough resources to clearly feed everyone in the world.
Oh yeah, but like.
Why do we manage it poorly? I have no idea. I mean, outside of capitalism.
We know the reason why. It's just like, you know, there's not much.
No, so like it's between that and like the people that we allow to be like in charge of things. It just fucking falls into like this whole fucking thing where it's just like, to me personally, I don't think that the world is overpopulated. And I also like don't like to say that stuff either, because a lot of times people who tend to run around and say that, not saying that all people are like that, but a lot of people who tend to say that the world is overpopulated always justify the bombing of brown kids. They'll be like, oh, well, it's perfectly...
They're fast to, like, be racist about it, because they're like, oh, well,
yeah. Like... They'll be like, it's overpopulated, so it's perfectly fine if we kill brown kids.
Just kill, like, these kids then, like...
Like, yeah, it's like, oh, there's too many people on the planet, so the bombing of, like, people in, like, places like Iraq or, like, Yam is like, oh, yeah, no, it's perfectly fine for us to kill them, because there's too many people. And like, that's what I mean. It always comes back to, like, some level of, like, racism. That's why I'm just like, I don't genuinely believe that there's too many people on the planet. I genuinely believe that certain people on the planet are purposely ruining the lives of everyone else to make it seem that way. No. So, yeah, no, like, that's kind of the thing. Because when I was younger, I used to, like, genuinely believe that. Like, I was like, oh, maybe there are too many people on the planet. But, like, naturally speaking, like... as much as people don't want to believe that nature exists and like there's like a delicate system to everything, the fact that everyone is kind of like, actually I don't want kids, like outside of like political disclosure and stuff, you know how weird it is that nature just went, yeah, there's too many humans, and like y'all just stopped.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like nature has a balance to everything that it does. Like you're like naturally inclined. If there was a literal problem with the planet, every animal will suddenly stop. Like it's not a situation where it's just like that. That's why like I always have a weirdness when people are like, we're a man, like we're disconnected from nature. I'm like, in what era or like what century, what living situation do you think that we're separate from nature? We literally come from nature.
Exactly, like oh my gosh. Like humans have to be here to like, you know, like take care of the sheep and like, you know, all the cows and stuff like that, because they are not like animals that can like survive out in the nature by themselves now and stuff like that. Like they have to be cared for by like someone.
Yeah. It's like, you know, freaking we had essentially it kind of goes back to like dogs and how they get bred. It's like we bred these animals to like not be able to survive on their own.
Yeah. So now like unfortunately humans have a purpose, but like
yeah. But it's just like
self-made,
self-made issues. It kind of goes back to that whole thing whenever I hear people be like, you know, like, we as humans, like, you see how, like, these other animals are stupid, and I'm just like, sir, you're paying to live on the planet that we should have all be living on for free.
Exactly, like they vibing, like
they enjoying their life.
Like, they're playing their part in, like, the world. You're, like, over here, like, playing, like, fucking, like, Stupid Town, like...
Yeah, like friggin' I am always envious of how simple the lives of animals are, but no, freaking, I don't know. It's just that's always been like my thing. Like every single time when it does become like people
it literally always pisses me off whenever someone's like, oh yeah, humans we're so smart. We're like that's why we're the dominant species and stuff. And I'm like, you're paying to live on the planet. Like, do you not realize how fucking stupid you sound when you say shit like this?
It always makes me laugh too, like the whole dominant species thing, because it's just like, if we're such a dominant species, why are we so incredibly stupid? Like, why do we always make we make all of our own problems? Like, every problem that exists is our fault.
It's the same shit when people are like, the human brain is like the greatest thing that's ever existed, said the human brain.
The human brain. Like, I don't know, I don't know, this is like a spiral in and of itself, because it always like makes me insane whenever I hear people be like, yeah, like, don't you know us as humans? I'm like, dude, I'm like, the way how humans talk about humans is the way how Americans talk about Americans. it goes back to the whole, we're the greatest nation ever, and it's just like, bitch, shut the fuck up, I ain't dealing with this shit right now.
It is very funny to me, though, that, like, it might not even be, like, relevant like years later down the line and stuff when people like go back and like look at like old YouTube videos because now anytime anyone talks about anything like on social media or on YouTube or like some like variant of it, all the comments now are just like, haha, that's crazy, like too bad like all the horrible shit that's happening in America now, and I'm like, it's gonna be crazy like looking back on it like later, like, you know, whether like
us
America's gonna get through this in some way or another, like
I can't wait until like in the future they're gonna be talking about America the way they talked about like Nazi Germany.
Don't say that.
They're going to.
Yeah.
Like in the past I had like suspension of disbelief that like, oh, like America can't be that terrible. But like every single time that something comes out, I'm just like, I'm not even surprised anymore.
Yeah, it's like typical Americans, and it's like this is why people think that like Americans are like just the stupidest fucking like just a breed of humans, like.
I really hope that like countries kind of learn to like take care of themselves instead of relying on one nation.
Oh yeah,
it's wild to me because I remember when I was
they're
like,
already kind of starting to do that now. Like I've like seen like things from like Canada and stuff lately being like, we don't like fucking need Florida, like fuck you guys.
Yeah, well, like that was like a thing I used to talk about like when I was at work, and this is when I started realizing that like most people that have grown up in America are just like really fucking stupid.
It's like, wow, it's amazing how like fucking brain dead y'all are.
It's like, it's amazing. But no, like I would talk about like why is America so good if it's like every time it donates its money it's always like to something illegal. Like, you know, fucking having people out there to assassinate other people and shit like that. I'm just like, it feels like nothing is ever done with good intentions. And every time I would bring that up, people would be like, oh, you're just being anti-American. I'm like, I'm being anti-American for being critical of America?
It's like, I'm talking about like the world in general. It's like, why is this like the system now? Like
I'm just like, there's nothing
just, like surviving out in nature, and it's like instead now we have to like be like actively sabotaging each other and like, you know, like yeah, it's just weird. I'm like, why can't like we all just kind of like vibe on the same planet together? I don't know, it's just wild.
It's like, I don't know, it's just like, it's like, oh, you know, cause money. And I'm like, not really, cause I feel like it's fake, so much easier for us to share everything
exactly
than it is to like, it just sounds like to me it's like we allowed some sort of psychopath that should have been stoned to death to be like in charge. And
and since then, like everything's just been like fucked like afterwards.
Yeah, because it's just like I don't know. I always think about it. Like it always just comes to mind. I'm just like, no, it just doesn't make sense to me.
It's like everything always comes back to like we need more land, or like, you know, like we gotta like fuck over like these guys and stuff because like just fuck them. And it's like, why though? Like why does it matter? Like why can't y'all just if it's really like down to like racism or like stuff like that, why didn't you just like let them live in their countries and like stuff? And it's like, you know, like I don't know,
and that's kind of the thing.
Like, why don't you just like leave each other alone? Like, I don't know, it's just weird. Like,
I don't know, it's just it always feels like that. It's the same thing with like understanding other people's cultures, and I'm like, what? Like, why do you have to like? I feel like there's too much of the world, and it's not like the citizens. It's always the government. Like, it's never just like the citizens.
No, yeah, like them always like pinning like, you know, like the us
but it's
versus
just like
them and like, you know, shit like.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to like, especially like COVID, for example. Like they're just like, we're training, like, you know, they started, you know, it was like a situation where it was like, ah, fuck, like, you know, this one guy caught it in a laboratory while messing around with bats, and like, you know, it happens, like. Freaking, it was an honest mistake, and like, you know, it blew up out of proportion, and then people ended up getting it, and then it, you know, people died and all this other stuff. But like, you know, when that happened, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I can't believe that, like, you know, some scientists fucked up and that was it. Like, yeah. You know, this happened, this whole thing. What do you mean you're going out of your way to hate Chinese people? Like, I'm just like, it's not even their fault.
Exactly, like being racist towards like every single Chinese person being like, oh, you eating bat soup, huh? And it's like, that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like, well,
I was like, what?
And it's like the test that they were doing with like the NyQuil chicken, where it's like, oh, that was a test to see like how fast like misinformation like spreads on the internet, and it's like, yeah, it like worked. Like,
yeah, it spread so fast that the news was already talking about. I remember I saw it on the news being like, oh, people did that, and like and it was like in real time me watching stupid people because my coworkers were like, yeah, I can't believe people do that. I'm like, are you fucking stupid?
Like it was like I was literally like watching like this like one like girl like on YouTube talk about like how it's like why do we do this like every generation and stuff, where it's like before we'd like blame millennials and stuff, being like, oh my god, look at all like the stupid shit that they're doing and stuff, and it's like what popped up on her phone was like, Gen Z is like tattooing their eyeballs and stuff, and it's like, no, nobody is doing that. Like, that is the one person who did it, posted it, and like now you're all here being like, oh my god, it's the new trendy thing and stuff, just because people are talking about it, and it's like, no, literally no one is tattooing their fucking eyeballs. Like,
the reasoning why, I'm pretty certain it goes back to the whole like conditioning people to hate each other thing. Because I'm just like, you know, if someone wants to do that, I'm just kind of like, that's your life. I don't, like, it's not my situation, not my forte, not something I agree with, so I'm not gonna say anything about it. But it's just like, it's fucking weird how like let me put it this way, if you're ever conditioned to hate someone, or like if you ever hate a specific group of people, think really long and hard why you hate those group of people. Yeah. Because like, I understand that some people will have like personal accounts. They'll be like, oh well, I've dealt with like this group of people and they've done this to me. And then you have to think about like, what are you doing in your day-to-day life for this group of people to react that way? But a lot of the times,
it's why like in like a normal sense, like not like like you know, because like they're doing this to like my country and shit. Like, no, like what are they doing to you specifically? Like, how is this affecting your day-to-day? Like,
yeah, because that's always the thing. Like, it kind of reminds me of that thing that you were telling me about, like the conservatives that were like assuming that like trans people were like 50% of the population, like trans and gay people, and it's like literally less than 1% are trans.
Oh yeah.
And like less than like I think 5% are gay. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah, because it was like a kid who was like interviewing like these like Republicans and stuff, being like, oh, like how much of like the population do you think is like trans? Or like, oh, like it's gotta be like half of them like these days and stuff like that. Like they would all like specifically be like, yeah, because you know it's like the trendy thing now and stuff. And then when like the kid would like tell them like it's like less than 1%, they would like, oh. And then they just like once they learned that, they just kind of like shut up, like.
What it is, it's just like when you like I'm the kind of person where like I'm very strong in like you have to educate people, because if people don't get educated, they're gonna continue being like this.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like
it's even if it comes from like stupidity, like.
It comes from not knowing, and like even people who are like, I don't want to be educated, because you went through the effort to fucking like challenge their worldview. Believe it or not, you did give them the little seed so they could start changing later in life. They might not change instantaneously, but in 10 or so years down the line, that little seed that you put in was enough to change their mind.
Oh yeah, and you have like seen people who like be like recovering bigot or something like that, and it's like,
oh yeah. Like I feel like people kind of get too hung up on like people being like some type of way.
That like
and,
everyone
you know,
needs to like be against each other. Like it's like you gotta like live my way of life and like nowhere else. Yeah. And it's just like, but it doesn't make any sense. It's not affecting you. Like how is this like hurting you specifically? And you're like your family or whatever. It's like it's not. You just like want to hate like because like the news told you to like.
Yeah. And like the other thing is too is just like a lot of times people are like so unforgiving like about people who make mistakes. It's just like let them make mistakes. Like, you know, if they're trying to be better, you have to be accepting that people are gonna make mistakes. Like, you know, like if you're gonna have like, for example, if you have like a family member who's like always been known to be racist and like they've always said like the N-word or something like that, like, and you know they meet someone who is colored and like they fucking like, you know, if they avoid saying the N-word, like I know for a lot of people it's like, well, it doesn't change the fact because they still say it when they're not around. Well, at least they're showing enough respect to not do it when that person is around. It sucks, but at least they're trying.
It's like, yeah, they're still racist probably and stuff like that, but like now they're like being met with like the, man, am I gonna be like that openly racist like in front of like the other race, or am I gonna like, you know, like act like a normal fucking person in society now, like.
Yeah, it goes back to the whole fuck around and find out sort of thing. Like, a lot of people tend to learn from the consequences of their actions. Like, I know it sounds impossible, and I know people want change immediately because they don't have any understanding of delayed gratification.
Or like
but
patience.
Yeah, but it's just like yeah, you have to be patient with people. It takes time. They have to experience people who are like, you know, from different cultures and stuff, and like that's when they learn. Like people don't learn until they get to like experience, make mistakes. Like, you know, you had to learn that way as a kid. You're gonna still have to learn that way as an adult.
Yeah. And like it's so weird
like,
that it's like once you become an adult, people are like, you should just know and stuff like that. But it's like you never stop learning. There's not like a cutoff point completely. Like between like your childhood and adulthood where it's like, well, if you've just learned everything now, you should just know how to like navigate life. And it's like, no, that's not what happens.
Yeah, like it's wild to me because every time I hear people talk about like, oh, like you're an adult, like I was like, the reason how come we have
kick their kids out of the house, being like, all right, you should just know how to live now, and it's like, no, like they don't, like it's like
they don't. You have to be like being a like it's kind of like what someone said where it's like being a parent is a lifelong thing.
Oh yeah.
It's like being
like
being
people,
a human.
Like, there's another problem with like the whole like just like wanting to have a kid and stuff like that. It's like, do you really want to like go through the commitment for like your entire life? Like
yeah.
It's like because
it's not like a
it's
dog.
not like you just drop it then like when like they like become like old enough and stuff. It's like you gotta be like there for them their entire life. You're still gonna like, you know, have like more experience than them and stuff, and it's like, but you can't like sit here and be like, I'm just smarter than them, they should just listen to me all the time, like because like the world is changing and they're living in like the current timeline, like you're like here like still acting like, you know, it's like 1850, like
yeah. No, and like, and that's kind of been like my whole thing. It's just like a lot of people need to understand that being a human being is the willingness to learn, and that's what being a human being is. You have to be willing to learn, no matter how old, how young, how different, how like anything. You have to be willing to learn because like if there's one thing that makes us human, that doesn't make like that makes us different from animals is we have the ability to make peace. Like. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have to be like the whole like, yes, the one species against another and stuff like that. It's like, we could all just vibe on the planet together, but for some reason we've opted for like hating each other and like trying to murder everyone instead, like.
Like, the fact that we're always like cheering for like, you know, sheeps and dogs or whatever like series of animals that we don't expect to be like, you know, together. It's just kind of like, we, like, you know, they have the ability to have empathy. Why can't we?
It's like these same like, humans who are like this are the ones being like, your dog doesn't have a personality or whatever, or like cats can't cry, like, you know, like the stupid shit where it's like,
it's
what are you talking about? It's like they're like, no, they're only being like fueled, only being like run by like pure instinct and nothing else. Your pets don't actually care about you, and it's like, the fuck, like.
Like wild to me when people say like enemies like and any animals don't have empathy. I'm like, just because like, you know, out in nature they have to like fend to survive.
You know, the ones that we domesticated, like, you know, like start like mimicking behaviors that like, you know, we do and stuff.
Yeah, because they're living with us. That's kind of their whole thing.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, they're gonna like learn to like start caring about like, you know, whoever's taking care of them, like.
Yeah, well, that was like you the other day when you were talking about your dog and how like your dog has realized that when it's at night, they don't squeak their squeaker loudly.
Oh yeah, because like mom's gone to bed and stuff, so he's like, oh, can't be loud.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just like, freaking, you didn't train them to do that. That was the same thing with like my dog.
Figured it out, like.
That was the same thing with my dog. Like my dog, when he was like much younger and he would get sick, he picked up that like, you know, like humans blow their nose into tissue, so then when I would give him a tissue, he would blow his nose into it. Like it was just like, you know, it's every animal can learn a behavior, and just like you can learn a behavior. But no, like that's just the thing. It's just like humans should understand, like just like normal animals, they have the propensity to learn, they have empathy, and it's like we can live in peace. You just have to like stop looking at what's different.
Exactly, like, it is so annoying that it's like we are like the species that have this option, but for some fucking reason, like we're just like choosing to like act like the animals that like, you know, they all think that they're better than anyway, like. Yeah,
because like a lot of people will be like, oh, but you know, like pedos, murderers, and I'm like, they're gonna exist regardless. Like those people are always gonna exist. But you can't just assume every freaking like every single person you meet is one of those things.
Oh yeah, especially from like a specific race or something like that. It's like, no, because that's called racism. Like, yeah,
well, because like
you can hate people for real reasons, so, like other than like, you know,
Yeah, no, like there's people that like I understand instincts because I have instincts when it comes to personalities. Like there's some people I meet that I immediately know I don't like.
Exactly, and like that's fine. Like some
and
people just don't vibe with each other.
Yeah, and like that's what it is. It's like it's perfectly fine with that. But like for you to just like discredit an entire country or a race is just insane to me. Like,
exactly,
why would you
like
do
just
that?
being like, oh, like because they're like that and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just so weird. It's even weirder when like half the time like it's not even actually being racist towards a race, it's just a religion, which makes less sense.
It's like I was like man, you know, I have my own controversial beliefs when it comes to unified beliefs in an imaginary friend, but like it's you know, it's kind of like the one thing I tell most people. Like people will meet me and they'll be like, oh, I'm atheist, like I don't believe in religions, like I don't have a religion I believe, even though like I was baptized to be Roman Catholic. I just don't believe any race. Like, I don't believe any religion. When it comes to that shit. I don't know why we were
baptized, to be honest, because I don't think mom's religious either.
No, I think it's just a thing where it's just like the thing that a lot of like Latinos do, where they just like immediately
yeah, they're like, oh, I gotta like keep the devil away from my child, and it's like for some reason.
I have no idea. I've always heard people talk about that, where they're just like, oh yeah, I was baptized at a really young age, but it's like no one really follows those beliefs. But you know, but like the like going back to the whole thing, it's just like, even though I don't believe in whatever religion that other people believe, I still go through the effort to learn about it.
Exactly, like some religions are like interesting and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I can understand why you do like certain things.
Yeah. That's like fucking.
That's like Lent, where it's like you like gotta like give up something that you enjoy and stuff for like, what is it, like a week or something.
No, it's supposed to be for like, I think it's supposed to be 40-something days or something.
Oh
like
my god.
I think it's supposed to be longer, but I always forget because like every religion has like I've heard so many versions of Lent that I always forget how long they're supposed to not have it.
Yeah, no, like, I think usually like the one I hear is like you give up something for like a week.
Yeah. No, because I forget if it's like Catholics do it for a month, Christians do it for a week, and I think Muslims do intermittent fasting, I think it is.
And it's like, yeah, I can like understand like, you know, doing stuff like that. It's like, you know, giving up something you enjoy to like, you know, like enjoy other things in life instead.
It's like, what are you giving up for Lent? My racism.
Yeah. It's like, no, it has to be something you enjoy. Yeah, I enjoy being racist. It's like, oh.
Someone out there.
Someone out there probably, like.
Oh my god. That should be a challenge.
We got these 5 MAGA racists to stop being racist for 5 days so you could like.
The most Mr. Beast challenge imaginable.
Yeah, like...
We told them to give up being racist for Lent. But the trick is, Lent is an entire year.
It's like whoever stops being racist the longest gets $5 million. It's like.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
That's like the. That reminds me of like the one video I was like watching where it was like this like rich girl who like was like, being homeless is like so easy and stuff like that. These homeless people just don't work hard enough, and like challenged herself to be homeless for 3 days. And then like
I bet her ass got shanked.
No. She just realized how like fucking hard it was, and like.
Oh yeah, no, completely.
It's like she was like trying to like make money by like recycling and stuff like that, but then realized you don't actually get that much money by doing that.
No, you don't.
And it's like, you know, like tried like looking for a job and stuff, but no job would give her a job because she didn't have an ID. It's like so then she tried to get an ID, but like, you know, it's hard.
You can't get an ID.
Have a house, like
home. Yeah.
And like after the 3 days were up, I don't even know if she lasted the whole 3 days, to be honest. But like after the 3 days were up, it's like she like realized like, oh, it's really hard to get out of homelessness once you're there, and like, you know.
Oh yeah, no.
And like, you know, like the video that was like talking about it was like, oh, she signed the petition to like, you know, make it easier for people to get IDs. To which then everyone in the comments was like, well, like, she's rich, there's like a lot of things that she could have done and stuff like that, like she didn't do anything and stuff, like she's just part of the problem. And it's like, and, you know, some people are trying to be like, the key word is that she is helping to like try to do something and stuff. It's like, yeah, signing a petition like isn't like much, I guess, to like most of you people, but it's just like, just be happy that she did something at all, like.
the thing is just that a lot of people seem to forget that, like, because we have these laws. So, like, okay. So the thing is, people will always see rich people, and like, I know, here I come defending the rich. But like, there's a lot of laws that are in place that are supposed to like deter. I guess the best way to put it is like to deter like king-like behaviors, and a lot of private citizens can't really use their money to do things to help the community, and a lot of the times that's why a lot of people have this stigma towards rich people.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, well, why can't the rich like
charity like isn't enough and stuff like that? But like for some of them, that's like all they can do. Like,
yeah,
it's
that
I know
thing,
that
like,
there's a lot more they could be doing and stuff, and like they're a little out of touch with reality and stuff, so they don't really realize what they could be doing either.
Yeah.
It's like for most of them, like they don't even know what like they should be doing, because like you know some of them don't even know the problem.
Yeah, because like every problem is very like minute. Like there's like a little bit of like more that you need to learn about to like understand. But a lot of the times, whenever people are like, "Why can't millionaires just do this?" It's because technically they can't, and it's not a situation where it's just like, you know, they could just be like, "I'ma just do this thing." It's like we have laws and rules because bad people have done bad things in the past, so now people with money can't do those good things if they wanted to.
And which like it sucks and stuff, and it's like, you know, like don't get me wrong, still hate rich people and stuff, because like there is a lot that they could be doing, but like they just like,
yeah,
you know, they actively make shit worse instead of helping.
That's why a lot of like people who become a little bit more affluent in age, they tend to tell you to like focus on your government, because your government is the reason why your life is terrible.
Oh,
it isn't like, it isn't the rich person. Like sometimes it is the rich person, because like, you know, I'm not gonna act like all rich people are saints.
No, yeah.
But most often than not, it's probably your governor or something like that purposely like funneling money into their own bank accounts in some way, shape, or form, or like funding something that's bad in your community. Like a lot of times if you vote for someone, you can't just be like, well, my hands are cleaned, I voted for the good person. No, you have to pretty much practically hold that guy at gunpoint to do the things that they said that they're going to do.
Yeah, which no, like a lot of people don't do. Like they're just like they just wanted to like get it over with as soon as possible, and then be like, all right, leaving it up to them now, and it's like you can't have this attitude. Like
you can't do that. It is like a fostering
it's not a
relationship.
one and done thing, and it's like you were talking about too, where it's like these people just like want change to happen immediately. It's not gonna happen like that. You have to work towards it. Like if you want things to actually change, you gotta like sit there and like be like, you better fucking do it and stuff. It's like these are the people who are in power. Like you gotta like. Unfortunately, you have to play the system to like win the game. Like even though as much as like a lot of people don't want to do that, it's like you gotta have to. It's like they built the system because they knew that you people didn't want to do that. Like
there's like so many little things about the system that like I guess people don't really like realize is pretty much that in concept. It's just like you have to be on top of it. Like I know people like complain a lot about protesters who are like sitting their ass in City Hall and stuff, but those people are the reasons why you have rights still. Like I know it's annoying. I know, like, you know, you just want to get home. You don't like that they're blocking the street.
Yeah, he was like, you just want to get to work and then get home afterwards and stuff like that. You just want to go to like a fucking 7-Eleven or whatever, but it's just like
but like those people are the reasons why you have rights. Like as much as you don't want to deal with it, like I get it. Like I get annoyed. I get irritated. I don't want to deal with certain things. You did it.
With the one heart.
Oh my god. You Kong the donkeyed. But like, yeah, no, it's just like a lot of things that you have the mindset of I don't want to deal with. You should just deal with it, because it's like if everyone kept being like a hard ass and being on top of people all the time, let me tell you, you would not be fighting so hard right now to get what you want.
Like it's so annoying because like these people just like want to get like done and over with and stuff, but it's like no, you like if you want the world to be better, especially for like your kids and stuff, if you want to have kids, you have to be the one, you know, like fighting tooth and nail and shit, like, and you know, going through like all like the really hard effort so that it is better for them later, like or like for you even like when you retire, it's just like, you know, you can't just sit here and like just like wait and like hope that someone else is gonna do something about it, like
Yeah, and like it also goes the same with you know, like, don't have this mindset either that like you have to dump this onto the next generation. You are still alive in this world. You have to, you know, build towards that.
Exactly. It's like 30 is still young, believe it or not. Like
You can still do things. You have to be willing to work with the newer generation to make their dreams happen along with your dreams.
Yeah,
we
it
are
can't
all
just be like, but
on
like,
this
what about
planet
me
together.
and stuff like that. It's like, no, you all have to like work
Yeah.
together for it to work out in the end for everyone.
Yeah, like,
not just like like you can't just have like this individualistic mindset. Like
yeah, it's like we all live together on this planet. Like, unless somehow once you turn 30 you went to like Mars or something, you're still living on Earth. You have to work together.
no, I mean like that's what like the billionaires are trying to do right now, try to fuck off all of Mars.
And, you know, honestly, they could all move to Mars themselves.
Yeah,
I feel like the world would
might
be
work
better
out better to
once
be
they leave.
honest. You know, they have their own bullshit government there where they can all fight each other for like who's the richest, and like leave
Yeah.
everyone else here alone. Like
Whack-a-mole and gotta beat all these Monty moles up. But no, it's just like I if there's anything that I don't like when it comes to like certain human behaviors, it's mostly that stuff.
yeah, it's just like the
willingness
unwillingness to do
to-
everything, but also like everything should just work out for me. Like it's like no, that's not how
It's
this
just kind of
works.
like come on, bud, you gotta be realistic. Like, you know, you can't
it's
just
like, you know, they keep telling you that like you have to like work towards like the things that you want, but for some reason like people just like are still not getting it. Like
yeah.
it's like it's not just like towards like the your dream job and stuff like that. It's like you also have to like work towards like, you know, like making the world a better place. Like
Yeah, it's like it's not relying on a specific set of people to do that stuff. Oh no. Under the racks. Well, at least you get your boy back.
yes, I can lose him again immediately. He just takes hits for me like wee. No, no, no.
What do you mean? I got a cutscene it all over again. I wasn't paying attention. I had to see it again.
You're really not.
No, I was.
I was like, well, I can just like jump off the fucking like rails right now and like be like, all right, cutscene.
I was like, no, I'm good. But, you know, like that's just kind of like the whole thing. I feel like a lot of people have too much of a mindset of like it's not my problem, so I'm not going to. Or
Yeah.
what was that saying that they say?
Like boomers.
Not my what the heck is it? Not my circus, not my monkeys, or something like that, or not my monkeys, not my circus, or whatever the frick's the saying.
I've never heard of that thing before.
I've been seeing that saying pop up so often on my timeline. It's insane.
Really? You like
Yeah.
follow people in like their 40s or something? Like Jesus Christ.
No, these are like people who are literally like my age. Like they're not like if it was like a boomer, I would have been like, ah, you know, these boomers and their weird phrase. No, these are like people who are like in their like late 20s, early 30s, and I'm just like, what?
What are you talking about, man?
See, Diddy Kong, this would have been a prime opportunity to use your peanut gun.
If only you could fucking do something, like
Alright, like
just shoot him. You see that mole over there? Fucking shoot him. Why
being
have a gun
American,
if you're not
shoot
gonna
him.
use it? No!
Well, that's it. Under the wheels.
You watch Donkey Kong like just like get sucked up under the wheels and just like get
It's like, oh
crushed
shit,
up
I didn't know it
and
was that kind
splattered
of game. It's like Crunchy Kong. I'm getting to that point where I'm so hyper focused that now the axes are moving really like slow-mo.
What the fuck did he throw at me?
Through the pickaxe.
No, it was no.
Like slow-mo.
It was not the pickaxe. I did not see a pickaxe.
Likely story.
Could like look back at the footage and be like, oh.
It was indeed the pickaxe.
Yee.
Like you jumped too hard. You know, as if the endless bananas that Donkey Kong is trying to save.
The endless supply of bananas. Why does every like animal in this jungle only eat bananas?
It's like bananas is their currency.
Maybe.
No, I always thought that was like hilarious.
Like, why are we all like fighting over like the bananas and stuff? Like, why?
Like I think they're nice and edible. I'm sure.
But, like, why are you all only living off of bananas? Like, I'm sure y'all could like eat each other or something. Like,
They're like, I need so much potassium. You don't understand.
potassium.
Potassium. It's like I'm irradiated with all the potassium I'm eating. That reminds me of like I think there was like a study or something that said that you would have to eat fundamentally so many bananas that it would be physically impossible for you to get radiation from.
This is like my psychology teacher, like the same one that gave us the crosswords. She like was like talking about like the strict diet that she's put herself on. Where it's like, you know, like you can't like eat any of these things and stuff like that. It's like, do you guys know like how like poisonous like sugar is and stuff like that, and like, you know, how like she like just like cooks all her meals only and stuff like that, like never goes out to eat or anything like that because like the oil that they use in restaurants and stuff or whatever, like she was just like really like just like can only eat like these very specific kinds of foods and like and I don't know, I just thought it was weird and stuff like that because she'd be like, oh yeah, like most of these fruits are not good for you so you can't eat them, so she doesn't eat them, and it's like most of these vegetables are like bad for you too and stuff like that. And like the more she just talked about it, I was just like, I feel like it's a thing where it's like you have to eat so much of it that it's like, yeah, then it's bad for you and stuff like that. Like not having like the little bit of amount that like most people are like having, like yeah, like
yeah. No, it's kind of like that thing when I heard about the whole like everything you eat has like sugar in it, like when you actually look on the side of the box.
And like that's basically what she was talking about, like the shit that she basically doesn't eat like anything because like it all has like something in it that's bad. But I'm like, bro, like.
But like it's weird to me because like people will start cutting out fruits, and I'm like, that's good sugars. It's not like you're eating like highly processed sugar.
Like it's not like you're eating like microplastics and like processed sugar. Like that's natural.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh my god. Donkey Kong, what the fuck?
Oh my god, like fucked his, like rocked his fucking world.
Donkey Kong just fucking annihilated his ass. He's like, I hate you, Mulverd. I hate your antivirus stuff. Fuck your privacy VPNs.
Donkey Kong hates privacy. He wants all your information. Tell him your
He's like, I'm pro harvesting your information.
Get him, beat the shit out of him. Damn it.
Nope. Yeah, I only hit him once.
It was 2 times actually.
Oh, excuse me. It's because you didn't have Diddy.
Diddy, no.
Like
Nice
Diddy
small child with a gun.
My small child with a gun who doesn't use his gun.
Rip the train. We've destroyed the mines. Let's go, Donkey Kong.
Oh god.